It is time now for the PHL 11 o'clock news for this Sunday night, March 8th, 2015. Good evening, everybody. I'm Peter Wiggins here at your 11 o'clock news headlines here on this Sunday night. Top story at 11 o'clock here is a year before Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 disappeared, beacon battery expired as the battery on one of the two underwater beacons attached to the black boxes of missing Malaysia Airlines Flight 370 expired more than a year before the plane vanished, the Malaysian government had said Sunday in an interim investigatory report. Crowds of people moving a symbolic route across the Edmund Pettus Bridge on Sunday on the 50th anniversary of Bloody Sunday in Selma, Alabama. The email fiasco proves that point that Hillary Clinton needs a campaign operation, and plus she's got $2 billion to raise and time's a wasting. In Moscow, the Soviet Union was anti-American, tried today's Russia after a year in which fierce rhetoric has been pumped across Russian airwaves, anger toward the United States as it is worse up since opinion polls began tracking it. Concerns have been emerged that Goldman Sachs, long the leader of Wall Street, may lose an important engine of profitability on the Federal Reserve stress test last week. Goldman performed poorly compared with other big banks. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that Israel will not cede territory due to a current climate in the Middle East appearing to rule out the establishment of a Palestinian state. In Beirut, the Islamic State appears to be starting to fade from within. The descent of defections and setbacks of the battlefield sap the group's strength and erode its aura of invincibility among those living under the despotic rule. President Obama said if he doesn't have that kind of deal the U.S. wants, then they're not going to deal with it, as the U.S. will simply walk away from a bad Iranian deal in your nuclear arms. Relatives of two Australian death row prisoners made the first visit on a Monday to the Indonesian prison island, where the convicted drug traffickers are be executed soon by firing squads. In Nahan, Japan, once a sleepy sun-soaked backwater, this airbase at a 7th island of Okinawa has become the forefront of a dangerous test of war between two of Asia's largest powers, Japan and China. Thousands of men and women from around the world stopped traffic in Midtown Manhattan on Sunday, passionately raising their voices for worldwide women's rights. In Washington, President Barack Obama on Monday will announce a program to provide more Americans with a training needed to secure jobs in a high-technology industry, the White House said. An 18-month-old baby girl was found alive inside the wet car Saturday in Utah about 14 hours after the accident, but the child's 25-year-old mother was found dead. Activists protested a third day in Madison, Wisconsin on Sunday over the fatal shooting of an unarmed black teenager by a white policeman, the latest in a string of killings that have intensified concerns of racial bias in the United States. Unemployment rate in Texas dropped for a fifth straight month, leading to fresh hopes among residents of a strong economic revival. Japan's economy escaped recession last quarter, but grew less than first estimated as demand and wages remained weak, the government said on Monday. Several former employees, consultants, and volunteers at the Florida Department of Environmental Protection told the Florida Central for Investigation reporting that they were directed not to use the terms climate change or global warming. While NASA's Dawn spacecraft has finally made its way to the dwarf planet known simply as Ceres, it's not yet first observation ever made of the object. Thanks to a phenomenon known as a gravitational lensing, the Hubble Space Telescope has captured 4 images of the same supernova explosion. Research team at Harvard Medical Center in Boston has found that oxytocin hormone could lead to lower appetite and help reduce calorie intake. The association appeared to be stronger for dealing with severe depression cases compared to the effect that the statins used to decrease the cardiovascular condition risk, said the expert at Salt Lake City, Utah's Intermountain Medical Center Health. Okay, take a look at New England alerts here at 11:04 p.m. In Largo, Florida, a work construction fire at 2141 Ridge Road, Southwest Apartment 3. Work construction fire in the 2-story concrete apartment building. In Little Ferry, New Jersey, a police department involved hit and run on Route 46 and Grand Avenue. As the Bergen County Police involved in a motor vehicle accident hit and run at location unknown or any injuries assessed by field is an Audi A4, no color or plates available. Vehicle might have been stolen out of nearby Edgewater. Westport, Massachusetts at 9 Upton Road, working fire for fully involved detached garage. Peter Channel News time is now 11:05 here, and it is time now for a traffic report here in the Slate 79 here. And it shows smooth sailing highways, byways in New England there. And the commuter rail and the subway and the MBTA. Smooth sailing there on the Sunday night. Peter Channel News time, 11:05. Time now for a weather report here on this late Sunday night. 31 degrees at temperature with first gas, humidity of 56%, wind speed southwest about 5 miles per barometer. 30.12 inches, 17 degrees, and a visibility of 10 miles, and wind chill about 26 degrees here. Current conditions here on this 11th hour on this late Sunday night here. It is 36 degrees temperature right now in Boston. It is 34 out in Bedford and Beverly, and 32 in Lawrence, 33 in Gloucester, Massachusetts. It's 30 out in Worcester, Massachusetts, 31 in Sturbridge, 32 in Webster, 34 in Milford and Norwood, 35 in Taunton, 20 in New Bedford. It's 32 in Plymouth, 36 in Provincetown, 32 in Falmouth and Chatham, 37 in Cape Cod Bay, 34 in Martha's Vineyard, 33 in Nantucket. It's 30 in Block County and Westerly and Smithfield. It's 39 in New York City, 33 in Islip. It's 37 in Montauk, 32 in Bridgeport, 36 in New Haven. It's 26 degrees out in Denver, Connecticut. It's 34 in Waterbury, Connecticut. It's 26 in Meriden, Connecticut. 32 in Hartford, Connecticut. 36 in Winslow, Connecticut. It's 29 in Springfield and Naphal, Massachusetts. It's 34 in Greenfield, Massachusetts. 25 in Pittsfield, Massachusetts. 26 in North Adams, Massachusetts. 27 in Albany, New York. 26 in Saratoga Springs. 20 in Banton, Vermont. 27 in Rutland and Brattleboro, Vermont. And in Keene, New Hampshire. 23 in Lebanon, New Hampshire. 29 in Jefferson, New Hampshire. And in Manchester, New Hampshire. 31 in Concord, New Hampshire. 33 in Nashville, New Hampshire. 28 in Lockwood, New Hampshire. It's 35 in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. And 33 up in Portland, Maine. Here. Alright, take a look at our surface map. Shows a cold front from Colorado stretching down Virgin with a shitty front from western Texas. Stretching down Kansas, merged with a warm front from Missouri. Stretching down southern Illinois, down Kentucky. And merged with a cold front from southern Virginia. And at Tennessee, merged with a pink front curving around off the Nova Scotia coastline and curving around the Canadian Maritimes. And another station front from central Manitoba down, merged with a warm front down to Ontario. And merged with a station front from east central Ontario, stretching it down to southern Quebec. Merged with a cold front from northern New Brunswick and stretching up in eastern Quebec here. And we get a front from west central Oregon, named for north central and north central California. And we get a front from east central Nevada, stretching the name for western Arizona. And another front from southeastern New Mexico, stretching down western Texas and down from Mexico here. And we got high pressure northeastern Montana, western Wisconsin, western Tennessee, eastern Ohio, and up in the central Quebec and up the North Carolina coastline here. And we got a low pressure in western Arizona and western Texas and southwestern Kansas and east central portions of Kansas here. 37 degrees at temperature right now here in Detroit. 40 degrees out in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. It's 45 out in Washington, D.C. 52 in Raleigh, North Carolina. It's 64 at Atlanta, Georgia. 75 in Miami, Florida. 63 in Brownsville, Texas. 47 in Dallas, Texas. It's 45 in Memphis, Tennessee. 55 in Kansas City, Missouri. 54 in St. Louis. 44 in Omaha, Nebraska. 38 in Chicago. 42 in Minneapolis, St. Paul. 51 in Great Falls, Montana. 62 in Seattle. 58 in San Francisco. 62 in Los Angeles. It's 71 in Las Vegas. It's 55 in Salt Lake City, Utah. 42 in Denver. 61 in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And 78 out in Phoenix, Arizona here. Okay, let's take a look at our radar situation here. Shows some spotty snow showers from northeastern Maine, south central New Brunswick, and spotty snow showers in north central and central portions of Nova Scotia here. And some spotty snow showers in east central portions of Nova Scotia, and some spotty snow showers in west central portions of Newfoundland here. And some spotty snow showers in southeastern and southwestern portions of Quebec, stretching in northeastern and portions of Ontario and north central New York State, and stretching on the east central portions of Ontario, and stretching on north central portions of Michigan. Some spotty rain showers in west central portions of Michigan here. And some spotty snow showers in the northwestern and central portions of Maine. That and northeastern portions of New Hampshire and east central portions of New Hampshire and North Conway here. And the line of rain showers, man, coming to much of northern Ohio from Toledo down for Cleveland. And some sleet around Akron and Youngstown, and spotty rain showers in west central Pennsylvania east of Pittsburgh, and spotty rain showers in the northwestern portions of Indiana here. And we're going to zoom you out, and it shows a lot of rain showers from western Carolina, stretching to northern Georgia, down from Tennessee, coming to much of central to northern Alabama, down from Mississippi, down from southern Arkansas, down from Louisiana, and coming to much of eastern and southern portions of Texas, and some spotty rain showers in southeastern portions of Florida, and some spotty rain showers in the north central Mexico, coming to much of North Dakota, coming to much of New Mexico, and some spotty snow and rain showers around south central Colorado here. And some spotty snow showers in eastern and west central portions of Ontario, and some spotty rain and sleet and snow showers in east central portions of British Columbia here. Okay, let's take a look at a satellite loop here, and it shows a lot of clouds coming to much of Mexico, and coming to much of the southeastern states, and coming to much of the Ohio Valley, and coming to much of the Carolinas and Virginias here, and Midland states and at sea, and a line of clouds coming from Canadian Maritimes, and a line of clouds from western Oregon and western Washington State, coming to much of British Columbia, and coming to much of Alabama, Alberta, stretching to Saskatchewan, and Manitoba, coming to much of Ontario, and the east central portions of North Dakota, and up in the northern Minnesota here, and a line of clouds coming to much of eastern Ontario, and the north central portions of Michigan here. Okay, let's take a look at our forecast discussion around the region here. First of all, around the country here. Moderating temperatures across much of the country. Widespread rain development over the Gulf coastal region. And remaining dry for the western United States by Monday. After relentless cold for the past few weeks, a welcome pattern changing now evolving that will bring considerable warmer weather to much of the central and eastern United States by the weekend and early next week. The strong north to south flow from the Arctic would abated some, with the overall flow becoming less amplified and allowing moderate air masses over the much of the country, and the result will be temperatures near seasonal average from the plains to the east coast, and along with a much less wintry precipitation here. And across Texas and deep south and upper throw approaching from northern Mexico and return forth from the Gulf of Mexico around a surface high to the east will affect moisture over Texas and the deep south by Sunday night. The increase in humidity and lift to the atmosphere will be favorable for widespread moderate to locally heavy precipitation to develop, especially over the coastal regions of Texas and Louisiana. The potential exists for a few inches of rainfall by Monday afternoon, and some thunderstorms are also likely to develop there. And for the western United States, the dry pattern of the forecast will continue Monday with high pressure remaining in place and generally suppressing any noteworthy rain or snow. Therefore, the drought continues for much of the region here. Okay, let's take a look at forecast discussion around the region here. 1 week cold front moves offshore this evening. That's the second one. Swings front Monday, mild with wet weather likely for the immediate south coast line for New England for late Tuesday and Wednesday. Tuesday night, and continue mild for the remainder of the week prior to the potential mixed precipitation event by late Friday into the weekend here. And near term until 6 a.m. Monday morning, 9:30 p.m. update. Skies are clear, but the clouds fill back after midnight towards Monday morning. There's another quick moving short wave and a 10 cold front sweep across the Great Lakes region towards 7 New England, and it should remain dry overnight as 7 in New England will be in between two areas of development snow showers. One into the north associated with the mid-level shortwave, and another to the southwest associated with an area of mid-level frontogenesis. 2 points in the mid-teens and mid-20s will present a lower bound. The minimum temperatures and minimum temperatures upstream this morning were mainly in the 20s. We favor minimum temperatures in the 20s, but with a few cold spots in the interior region in the upper teens due to some snowpack here. Alright, let's take a look at weather notes here. Boston Almanac for today. Today it was 42 degrees and today's low 24 degrees. And today's high was 1 degree shy of the normal of 43 degrees. And today's low was 5 degrees shy of the normal low of 29 degrees. The record high for Boston, 68 degrees, set back in 2012, which occurred on a Thursday. And 7 above was the low, set back in 2007. Also occurred on a Thursday, March 8th. It'll be mild for midweek, and it'll be cool and dry late week, and storm possible Saturday, Sunday. I'm predicting that the GFS model says snow will change rain by Saturday afternoon through Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon here. And it'll be wind chill readings right now in the upper teens to 20s around in the region. And I'm expected tomorrow's high to be 40 to 46 degrees, and New York City could reach 50 degrees by tomorrow. Okay, take a look at the 7-day forecast. It goes like this. Overnight, mostly cloudy skies, low at 24 degrees. West wind about 6 miles per hour. For Monday, mostly cloudy skies, but then gradually becoming sunny skies, high about 46 degrees. West wind about 6 to 11 miles per hour, but gusty highs 24 miles per hour. For Monday night, mostly cloudy skies, low about 23 degrees. West wind about 6 miles per hour, coming to D there. For Tuesday, both sunny skies about 43 degrees. Cloud wind becoming southwest wind 5 to 8 miles per hour in the morning here. For Tuesday, Pennsylvania after 2 a.m. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, low about 33 degrees. Southwest wind about 7 miles per hour. For Wednesday, Pennsylvania between 7 and 8 a.m. Otherwise, mostly sunny skies about 47 degrees. For Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies, low about 28 degrees. For Thursday, sunny cloudy skies about 40, low about 21 degrees. For Friday, a chance of snow, so mostly cloudy skies about 38, low about 26 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 35%. For Saturday, chance of rain and snow, mostly cloudy skies, high about 37, low about 29 degrees. Chance of precipitation is 35%. And for Sunday, partly sunny skies about 40 degrees. Peter's what a phrase of the night. I'm on Monday. Tap the speed with it. Peter Wiggins said, have a good night. What a good positive be looking for us here tomorrow morning. And this is my 6,000th video on my YouTube channel. And it is a lot of videos on my YouTube channel. And I continue to keep up the good work and more videos to come. Have a good night. See you tomorrow morning. Happy 6,000 video on my YouTube channel.